Calm. Happy anniversary. Blackjack's Township. Calm, a full year of existence, and the only thing celebrating is a cheerful Zimmerman. Calm. He's practically beaming while Velma is safely unconscious and blissfully unaware of his enthusiasm. Calm, look at Velma eating a simple meal. One Agrahand feeds 10 people, yet she still looks miserable. Calm Luis is busy researching, but will that actually help Velma and Zimmerman find a way to coexist? Nervous. Luis is buried in research, while Zimmerman is just floating on a cloud of unearned confidence.
Zimmerman, you're moving that steel fast, but does it actually make you feel useful?
Better than staring at books.
Nervous. While Luis asks Zimmerman if moving steel actually fills the void in his soul. Nervous. Zimmerman just shot back that he prefers manual labor to Luis' books, while Velma glares from across the yard. Nervous. Velma is smoothing floors at Blackjack's Township, pretending she doesn't hear the wolves pacing outside.
Keep smoothing that floor.
Nervous. She's barking orders at Zimmerman now, though the defector is far too chipper to care. Nervous. Chat. Does Zimmerman actually finish those floors, or does Velma finally lose her mind over his cheerful attitude? Nervous. Zimmerman is simply whistling through his grass cutting, completely ignoring the look of pure hatred on Velma's face. Velma is scrubbing corpse bile off the floor while Zimmerman beams with unearned joy nearby. calm. Now Zimmerman is planting corn, pretending the soil is more interesting than the grudge Velma is currently polishing. Calm Zimmerman is sowing corn with a level of enthusiasm that Velma finds personally offensive. Calm Velma is taking a walk, but will she ever actually forgive Zimmerman for existing? Calm. Luckily, Lewis is far too preoccupied with his research to mediate the grudge match. Calm. Meanwhile, Zimmerman is just humming to himself, treating the vegetable patch like a sanctuary from Velma's glare. Calm. Lou is hauling meals to a crate, fueling the precise amount of calories needed for Zimmerman and Velma to keep hating each other. Calm Velma is hacking at granite, but does Zimmerman actually enjoy the sound of her labor? Calm, Luis is ignoring them both, focusing his pirate energy on chopping down an oak tree instead. Nervous. Luis is harvesting oak for the southwestern Kozaron, the raw materials for their next big argument. Nervous. Luis is back at it, hacking away at an oak tree, while Velma and Zimmerman avoid eye contact. Nervous! Velma is just chewing through a simple meal, probably imagining Zimmerman's sudden disappearance. Nervous. Now she's back to digging at granite, likely hoping the rock is more agreeable than Zimmerman. Look at Luis relaxing, while Velma and Zimmerman barely tolerate each other's existence. Pure bliss, folks. Zimmerman is still fast asleep, which is honestly the only way Velma can stand being in the same room as him. Louis is out cold, leaving Velma and Zimmerman to enjoy their mutual hatred in peace. Velma is finally asleep, giving her a break from nervous. 61 Days Township is still just a modest little spot in the woods. Nervous. Velma and sharing the same air at Blackjack's Township. Truly a miracle. Now, they're just staring at each other in a heavy, awkward silence that's practically a sport for these two. Velma is currently treating a slab of granite like her worst enemy.
Zimmerman is still acting weird.
He lost his mind over Otis, so just leave the pathetic wreck alone.
Nervous. Meanwhile, Louis is out in the poplar grove, hacking away at a tree like it owes him money. Nervous. Zimmerman is out in the dirt, wrestling with some seeds for the southwestern Coezeron. Velma and Zimmerman are still avoiding eye contact. Nervous. Pure professionalism at Blackjack's Township. Calm Velma and Zimmerman are still managing to coexist. Calm. It's a masterclass in mutual.
Need more oak for storage?
Cut more of it and stop asking me, since you're the one who wants a fancy warehouse.
Shut up and chop.
calm. Place your bets now on whether Luis actually finishes that oak tree before Velma finds something else to complain about. Calm Blackjack's township is currently a vacuum of productivity. Calm riveting stuff. Calm Zimmerman is poking corn plants into the dirt. Truly a peak performance for a defector. Calm. Hacking through an oak tree with all the grace of a disgruntled space pirate. Blackjack's township has survived a full year. Nervous. A modest achievement for this particular crew. Luis is hauling wood. A real high-octane thrill ride over at Blackjack's township. Nervous. Zimmerman is looking particularly miserable today. Nervous. A real ray of southwestern coezeron. Nervous. Now, he's just avoiding eye contact with Velma. A masterclass in social agility.
Check my auto pistol's safety.
Hand it over and try not to shoot your own foot while I'm looking at it.
Nervous. Velma is chipping away at a small sculpture. Nervous. High art for the southwestern coezeron. Nervous. Zimmerman's out there poking corn plants into the dirt. Riveting stuff at Blackjack's township. Nervous. Velma and Zimmerman are still pretending the other doesn't exist. Nervous. Pure harmony at Blackjack's town.
This pistol needs cleaning.
I'm just making a simple meal here, but you're over there hacking at stone like you win a race. Why the rush?
Nervous, Zimmerman just stepped 2 feet to the left to avoid Velma. Nervous, truly a tactical masterpiece. Nervous. Blackjack's Township has hit the 1-year mark. Nervous. A modest achievement for the southwestern Quasar. Three souls in Blackjack's Township, all currently managing to not set the place on fire. "62 days in, and Blackjack's Township is still standing. Miraculously modest." Just 3 souls left in Blackjack's Township, currently mastering the art of doing absolutely nothing.
This meal tastes like cardboard.
Then stop eating it, Floyd.
I'll eat what I want.
Fine. Get lost, Floyd.
The southwestern Coezeran lifestyle is really just a contest to see who can stare at a wall the longest. Zimmerman's looking particularly miserable today. A real champion for the defector crowd. "9 o'clock at Blackjack's Township. A rare moment of actual peace for the southwestern Coezeran. Lewis is currently staring at a research bench, pretending he's actually contributing to the southwestern Coezeran. Velma and Zimmerman are sharing the same air in Blackjack's Township. A truly touching display of mutual dislike. One can only hope they find a way to disagree in total silence for the rest of the afternoon.
Zimmerman's still acting pathetic.
Forget about that loser and tell me why you're wasting time on a useless piece of rock.
Better than cutting rocks, Louise.
Keep playing with your pebbles, Velma. I have actual work to finish.
Velma's not. Zimmerman really is leaning into the pathetic aesthetic today. A new job just popped up for Blackjack's township called Saving Chili. We've got 10 days to pull it off, provided Luis and Velma can stop bickering long enough to actually leave the base.
Must be nice to just plant seeds while I'm stuck hauling these heavy marble chunks across the dirt.
My back still hurts.
Luis is playing a high-stakes game of Tetris with a marble chunk in Stockpile Zone 3. Zimmerman is currently radiating pure misery. A real champion for the Southwestern Quezeron.
Zimmerman, you look like hell, and forget about Otis for a while.
Chat. Should Velma keep sculpting or finally tell Zimmerman exactly why he looks like total hell? Velma and Zimmerman are currently mastering the art of ignoring each other in Blackjack's Township. Midnight at Blackjack's Township. 3 people, 0 productivity, and a whole lot of staring. Just 3 people in Blackjack's Township, pretending they're actually running a functional society.
Zimmerman, just keep eating that meal and try to forget about Otis for a bit.
Velma is currently unconscious on a bed, likely dreaming of cows and better management.
I can't forget him.
Lewis and Zimmerman are actually getting along. I give it 10 minutes before someone ruins it.
Pistol needs a cleaning.
Velma's suddenly concerned about firearm maintenance. How refreshing to see a hobby that doesn't involve complaining.
Zimmerman, you're moving way too fast with that hay grass. Must be nice to just glide across the dirt while I'm stuck hacking at these stone blocks.
It's lighter than rock.
Blackjack's Township is just sitting there, proving that doing absolutely nothing is a full-time job. Velma is carving a large sculpture, because apparently the livestock won't admire themselves. Luis and Zimmerman are bonding. It's a miracle of southwestern Coezeron diplomacy.
This sculpture is taking forever.
Velma is losing patience with a rock. Truly the pinnacle of artistic struggle at Blackjack's Township. 11 o'clock at Blackjack's Township, and the only thing moving is the southwestern Coezeron bureaucracy. Velma's hammering away at that large sculpture. Groundbreaking work for the southwestern Coezeron art scene. "64 Days Township is still barely a village. Absolute peak performance by the southwestern Coezeron.
This bolt-action rifle is the only thing around here that actually works the way it's supposed to.
Lewis and Zimmerman are actually getting along. Someone call the press. We have a friendship at Blackjack's Township. Zimmerman is looking absolutely miserable. A real mood lifter for the southwestern Coezeron. One can only assume Zimmerman is practicing his professional pouting for the benefit of the southwestern Coezeron. Velma's hacking away at a large sculpture because apparently the southwestern Coezeron needs more high art. Velma is really leaning into the vision, as if a piece of carved rock will somehow distract everyone from the misery of Blackjack's Township. Just 3 people in Blackjack's Township, and somehow they still can't find anything productive to do. Zimmerman is currently radiating a level of misery that could power all of Blackjack's Township. Luis is currently wrestling with a stove, attempting to turn raw ingredients into a simple meal.
Luis, what are you cooking?
A simple meal, and it's none of your business, so go back to your rock.
Probably tastes like dirt.
Still tastes better than your personality. Now get out of my lab.
Luis and Zimmerman are actually getting along. Disgusting. Blackjack's township is actually quiet for once, which is a real miracle for the southwestern Coezeron. Blackjack's township has hit a year on the rim, and all we have to show is mediocrity. Luis and Zimmerman are... I can't wait for this friendship to fall apart. Zimmerman is just moping around Blackjack's township, bringing the whole vibe down. Velma is out cold on her bed, probably dreaming of cows and better management.